everyone, thanks for joining me. So I was feeling a little sluggish, felt like I needed to move my body around, decided to just throw my mat down in my room and take a flow, an intuitive flow, nothing really planned, just move around and see how we feel. So I'm glad you're here, and always take what you need. If I offer something or if I'm in a posture that's not serving you, please take rest, take child's pose, and or take a different posture that may be better for you. So we're gonna get started in child's pose here. So I'm gonna take the knees out to about the width of my mat to start, reaching my arms forward and just letting my forehead come down. And while I'm here in child's pose, I'm just going to take a few moments here and just take some nice breaths, easy breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Those deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling clarity and calm. Exhaling any tension. And then finding a nice natural breath. And bringing an inhale through the nose. Pausing at the top, exhaling through the nose, pausing at the bottom. Taking about 5 rounds here. Allowing the mind to settle. Becoming present in the moment, letting any distractions go, any worries of yesterday or worries of tomorrow. Just releasing, knowing you are exactly where you're supposed to be, right here, right now. Embracing this present moment. As we continue to find that nice easy breath, scan the body here. Notice how you're feeling, how the hips are feeling, the knees, the shoulders. Maybe take a moment to come to the face and just relax the face, relax the jaw. Maybe setting an intention for your flow. Maybe that intention can just be kindness. Kindness to our body, to our mind. Practicing ahimsa. If it feels good, start to drive those hips down toward the heels a little bit more. Maybe reach the arms out a little bit more. Pulling the shoulders down from the ears. Really feeling the torso open up here, the back, and the hips. Maybe taking left hand into the center of your mat, taking this right hand, threading it under, laying your cheek down, opening up the shoulder. You can walk those left fingertips over to the corner of your mat, lengthening the arm here, feeling a little bit of a shoulder stretch. Again, driving that left hip down. Breathing in, lengthening with every inhale. And as you exhale, maybe just go a little deeper in your stretch or in the posture. Walking that hand back to center, taking the hand down by the cheek. Inhaling, reaching right hand up, lengthening here, taking fingertips to the ceiling, noticing how that feels. Taking a nice side stretch. And then taking that right hand down to the center, letting left thread through. Again, driving both hips down, mindful of that right hip. Walking fingertips over to the side if that feels good. Connecting breath to body, noticing how you're feeling, looking inward. Coming back to your intention of kindness, coming back to the breath at any time. Guiding that hand to center. Go ahead and start to bring that hand down. As you press into the right hand, left hand will come up for that twist. Noticing how that feels on this side of the body. And then coming down, finding tabletop here. So just shifting those knees in, knees stacking under the hips, shoulders under wrists here. Working our cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping belly, shining that heart. Head will follow. Exhale, round chin to chest. Lengthening here, really round those shoulder blades. Lengthen the arms. Dropping belly, taking a nice deep inhale as you do. And then rounding here. One more cat here. Cat-cow, dropping belly for cow, noticing how that feels. And then rounding here. And then maybe drop the hips over to the right heel. Inhale, circle, take it to the left. Just finding some easy movement here. Warming everything up. And then back to table. You can come to the left forearm here. We're going to open up our hips with some knee circles. So hovering this right knee above the mat. We're going to inhale and just take it around in these nice circles, as big as you wish. Going in one direction. A few rounds. And then pausing and going in the other direction. Good, taking that knee down, switching sides, Right forearm down. You can use your left hand to support. Lifting left knee, taking those circles. Again, as big or as small as you wish. Being mindful to breathe, going the other direction. And then releasing down. And taking a narrow leg child's pose here. If it feels good, you're going to interlace those hands behind you. Drive the hands down, release the shoulders, take chin to chest. Open the back of the neck. And then you can roll the chin over to the right, noticing how the neck is feeling. Down through center, over to the other side. Coming back down, looking up, staying with our knees pretty close together here. You can take the arms, begin to roll over, coming to the top of the head to rabbit here. Letting those arms come around, opening up the shoulders. Breathing here. This is one of my favorite postures. Taking nice deep breaths. And then releasing those hands. Taking the hands by the heels, coming back to the forehead, massaging that forehead, making yourself into a small ball here. And then coming back to table, we're going to just stretch out that calf and toes and hamstrings here. So you might want to walk your hands up a little bit. Taking the right foot back, it's on the mat. Make sure each toe is spread. You're going to press that heel back, engage that quad. We're not dumping in this left knee, so it can in theory come up. You can rest it down. Really focus on the right side. So pressing heel back. Let the gaze be down, no tension in the neck. Turning on the quads, stretching the calf. And then rolling to neutral. Maybe shift your hands back slightly. Lift that right leg up using your glute. And then take it over the left hip, looking over left shoulder. Feeling the twist. Use that glute, turn it on, lift it up, and take it back down. Good. Walking hands back a little bit if that feels good. You're going to take that left leg back. Go ahead and spread those toes. And then drive that heel back. Again, turning your quad on, not dumping into that right knee. You should feel a nice calf stretch, toe stretch. Quad is turned on. Breathing here. And then shifting over to forward to neutral, taking those hands, placing them back where the shoulders are stacked, using your quad and glute again to lift that leg up. And we'll take it around, looking over the right. Just warming up the body here. Good, inhale, come back around. Taking the knees down, walk the hands to the top of your mat, tuck toes. We'll find our first down dog. So tucking toes, lengthening here. Walking your feet back about hip width apart. Begin to drive those heels down. Strong in the back, rotating elbows inward slightly, looking between the legs at the belly or the tops of the thighs. Taking a nice deep breath. And then walk your dog, pedal your feet. Notice how the hamstrings are feeling. They're feeling tight. Take your time here. Driving that heel down as you soften the knee. And then finding some stillness. Inhale, lift to the toes, roll over, find high plank here. You can always drop to the knees or stay high, holding here. Turning that core on. Strong, pressing into those hands and the fingertips and pads of the hands. Press back to your dog. Inhale, roll over, high plank. And then press back to dog. Good, taking a nice deep breath, strong active posture in your dog. We're going to look between the hands here, soften the knees, and you can just walk your feet to meet your hands, one step, some baby steps. Feet about hip width apart, finding ragdoll, grab those elbows, reach the head down. Pulling elbows down toward the toes, and you can just rock side to side. If you want more, drive those elbows down to the toes. Hinging here, pulling the elbows down, head is heavy. And breathing. Releasing that bind, taking fingertips to the mat. You're going to inhale halfway, pulling hips back, flat. Back is flat, so your core is engaged here. Hips are back, shoulders reach forward, pulling into the toes. Again, working the hamstrings here in this half fold. Exhale, release down. Let the head be heavy. Shake it back and forth. And maybe up and down. Good, inhale halfway again. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, root to rise. Take those arms up, lengthening here. So engage the glutes, engage the core, spine is tall. We'll take left hand down, find a side stretch. Good, inhale, center, both arms up. Take it to the other side. Inhale up. We'll cactus here, strong in the arms. And we'll take a twist in one direction. And back to neutral. Lengthen. Exhale, cactus, strong here, twisting to the other side. And then back to center, inhaling up, exhale those hands to heart center. Walking to the top of your mat, taking those hands down by the side of you, finding your mountain or Tadasana. Taking a moment here. Maybe closing the eyes, taking a few deep breaths, coming back to your intention if you set one, practicing ahimsa, kindness to our bodies and to our mind. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, frame feet. We're going to step back to a plank. Holding our plank again here. Taking 3 breaths. And then drop to the knees, untuck those toes, elbows tight to the side, lowering, bring the glutes down with you, lowering all the way to the mat. We're going to inhale, taking the feet to the outer edges, taking some baby cobras, so pressing pelvis into the mat, engaging your glutes, little grip or no grip. We're going to inhale, lift, exhale, release. Inhale, lift, and release. Inhale, lift, holding here for 3, 2, 1, and release. Make a pillow with those hands. Maybe bend the knees and just windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Good. Taking the legs together, tucking those toes, taking the hands to your side, elbows in again, pressing up to the knees, finding your down dog once again. Driving those heels down, noticing how you feel. Pressing into left leg, we're going to take right leg up to the sky here, 3-point. Noticing how that feels, lifting that leg, feeling that left calf open up. Pressing that left heel down. And then begin to open that hip, heel to the bum, knee to the sky. Stay strong in that right shoulder so we're not collapsing. We'll take the knee to the nose for cheetah and hold. And then take it straight back to 3-point. Inhale here, we're going to take right foot through between the hands for our twist. Left hand plants, right hand rises. Feel the twist, squeeze those thighs together. And begin to pivot onto the outer edge of that left leg. Bring the right hand down, turn your right foot, revolve your twist. Really feel that stretch in the glute here. And then come around, frame that foot, take it straight back to a 3-point. And down to your dog. Good, take a little pedal out. Noticing how it feels from side to side. And when you're ready, we'll take left leg to the sky. And lifting left leg up here. Strong. Good, drive right heel down. Feel that stretch as you lift left leg. And then open up that hip, heel to bum, knee to sky, strong in left shoulder. And go ahead and take that knee to the nose for cheetah. Lifting, rounding spine here. Taking left leg back. Good, we're going to inhale, take left leg through between the hands. Right hand plants, the left arm comes up for the twist. Squeeze those thighs together. And then begin to pivot on the outer edge of the right foot. Start to turn left leg out toward the side of your mat as the left arm comes down, feeling that revolve twist. Again, feeling that stretch in the glute. Inhale, come back, framing foot. Take it back to a 3-point. Take it to your dog. And take a deep breath here, strong in your dog. Good, soften knees. You can float or walk your feet to meet your hands. You're gonna inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Exhale those hands to heart center. And release. Good. Coming back to mountain pose here. We're gonna inhale, reach up. We're gonna exhale, find our chair. So strong in the soles of the feet, tucking ribs. So we're not arching our back, we're bringing those ribs in. Arms are tall here. Working those quads. Taking hands to heart center. We're gonna take a twist to the right. We're not hooking our elbow, we're just twisting over. Back to center. Twist again. Back to center. Good. This time you're going to twist. Your left elbow is going to come to the outside of the right knee. Twisting, you can open your arms here. Feeling that nice stretch. Taking hands to heart center, keeping the hook. You're pressing into this right leg, and you're going to lift up to the left toes and take left leg back, nice and controlled for a twisted lunge. Breathing here. Again, opening up if that feels good. Closing the hands, coming back. You're hinging over your lunge here, over your thigh. So hinge lunge, reach arms in front, and then power up. Good, so we're balancing on the left ball of the left foot. Make sure you can see your right toes there on the knee. Notice how this high lunge feels. Good, breathing here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we'll find warrior two. Arms are nice and long. Looking at that index finger. We'll flip that palm and find peaceful. As you come back to warrior two, you'll lengthen that leg. That should feel good, giving that quad a break. Reverse. Keeping that leg long, taking the arms out long, preparing for half moon. So the right hand is going to come down to a block or to your mat, or you may want to hover. Practicing your half moon. So you're lifting, hand is over shoulder, you're flexing your foot, lifting that leg, opening the chest as much as you can. Breathing through your half moon. Good. You're going to take your left hand to the mat or to the block, and then you're going to revolve. Take right hand up. Squared hips, revolved half moon. Taking both hands down, finding a standing split. So left leg will go up to the sky, reaching your head toward right knee. Noticing how that feels, that nice stretch. And then we're going to come to fingertips. We're going to soften both knees, and we're going to try to rise into stork. If the foot comes down, that's okay. Working through those wobbles. Finding your stork here. Taking hands to heart center. Taking this left leg behind for a kundalini. Heel to the bum. Opening up the heart, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Squeezing those thighs together. Working our balance. And then lengthening and rising and coming back to chair. Holding your chair here for 3, 2, 1, and power to stand. Good. Take a little shoulder roll. Take the shoulders back, taking your head side to side. Noticing how each leg feels. Shake it out. We'll take that same sequence on the other side. So very strong here. Wasn't planning that, but here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find that chair. Good, again, tucking ribs in. Strong in your chair, taking your hands to heart center. We're gonna twist again, no hook, just twist. So twist over to the right. Back to center, over to the left, back to center. This time we're going to take the hook, we're going to take right elbow over to left knee. You can open the arms here. Noticing how that feels on this side. Taking the hands to the heart center again. Palms together. Pressing into this left leg, coming to the toes of the right. You're going to take a big step back into your twisted high lunge, finding that balance. And good, open up here. Taking hands back to heart center, moving over to a high lunge. We're hinging here, reaching hands forward. So we're hovering the chest over the thigh. And we're powering up. Beautiful, taking a nice deep breath here. We'll lengthen. And we'll exhale, warrior 2. Arms are strong and long. We'll flip palm and find peaceful. Coming back to warrior 2, we'll lengthen that leg. Keeping leg long, we'll reverse. That'll feel nice. Taking those arms long, preparing for half moon. So left arm will come down here. We're gonna power through, finding our half moon. So the right foot is flexed, reaching right arm up, finding the height, using the block or the mat to work the alignment and the stretch, or you can practice hovering for balance. Breathing here. And then slowly take right hand down as we revolve our half moon. Left arm up. Right toes pointing down. Both hands come down. We find that standing split, reaching that right leg up, taking your head to the left leg, lengthening, noticing how it feels. And then lifting up to fingertips, bending the knees, and attempting to rise on one leg into stork. And if the foot comes down, just work through the wobbles. You'll find it here. Take your time to get there. Take a nice deep breath. Good, we'll take it behind for Kundalini. So the heel to the bum, knee to the sky, finding that Kundalini. Holding here. Breathing. If you fall out, just come right back in. And then releasing that leg. Finding your chair. Getting low in your chair here. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Good. So here we're going to come to our bottoms. You can lift to the toes and take those fingertips down. You're going to walk your fingertips behind you. So you're coming onto the sit bones, lengthening your legs here, flexing your feet, noticing how you feel, taking a deep breath, maybe rotate those ankles. Good. We're going to come into boat pose, taking the hands to the side of us so you can keep your hands down. As you flex your feet, my hands are here. If you want a challenge, you can take your hands to heart center. So you're either going to hold here or we're here and we're twisting. We're touching the right side of the mat for 1, left, touch for 2, and left, for 3, and left, for 4, and left, for 5, and left, and hold your boat or take those hands down. Good, you're gonna hold on just below the knees, and we're gonna come down to our back, taking our feet down. You may need to shift yourself down here. We're gonna move into a shoulder stand. If shoulder stand is not in your practice, you can stay here and bridge. If you have a block, you can place a block underneath. If you're practicing shoulder stand, make sure you don't move your neck. So if you're not sure but want to learn, just pause, take a break, watch me, and then you can come back to the video. So finding our shoulder stand, we're going to inhale, lifting legs. We're going to start to lift our legs up. We're going to take hold of our back with our hands. Chin is tucked. And we're going to take those toes up to the ceiling. I'm actually going to do it this way so you can see. So I'm rolling down here. I'm lifting up. So I'm reaching toes to ceiling. Lengthening. And breathing here. And if you have plow, I don't know if I have room, you're going to take your toes behind you. You can interlace the hands. Finding your plow. Interlacing the hands, the toes can be tucked here, or maybe the tops of the feet are down. Your chin is tucked. It's a nice stretch for right here, this lower back and the hamstrings. Breathing here. Releasing. If it feels good, you're going to take the knees down to the temples, applying a little bit of pressure. Some people like it, some people don't. Coming back to plow. keeping your hands on your back, you're going to come back to your shoulder stand. So everything's very controlled here. We don't want to roll out of this really fast. You can get injured. So we're going to bend the knees, take the knees to the forehead, and slowly start to roll down into our bridge position. Good. So we're back in bridge here. Finding bridge, reaching arms up and over, finding a full body stretch, lengthening here. Taking a nice deep breath. Taking the feet to the outer edges of the mat and just letting those hips go from side to side. Feeling the twist. Inhaling to center, exhaling to the other side. Good, back to center. Maybe cactus the arms this time. And coming back to center. Good, and then coming to your bridge. We're going to take this right ankle over the left knee, finding supine pigeon here. So you're going to interlace your left hands behind the left leg. And start to draw that left thigh in as you're opening that right hip. You can rotate that left ankle. You can take the leg up. The more you bend those elbows and bring that thigh in, you're going to feel a nice stretch in the IT, hamstring, and quad. So breathing here. Good, taking that foot down and then letting that right knee just drop to the side of your mat. Inhale, take the sole of the foot over. Feel the twist. Again, cactusing the arm. You can open up that right thigh or that right hip with your left hand. Gaze is over the right shoulder. And then inhaling, using that core to bring those legs back. Taking a moment, again, maybe just windshield wipering. And then we'll take our left ankle over right. And we'll interlace behind the right thigh. Again, driving that right thigh in. You can rotate the right ankle. You can lengthen the leg. Play around with it where you feel that stretch. You should feel it really in the left glute. Hamstring, maybe IT band, drawing it in. Feeling a nice stretch here. Mindful of the breath, continuing to breathe. Sometimes we hold the breath without just being aware that we're holding. Taking that right foot down, you can cactus here. You're going to take the left knee down. Maybe feel a little stretch in the spine. My whole back just cracked. And then inhale, take the sole of the foot over. And then again, you can use your right hand to open up, looking over left shoulder. And then coming back. Good, taking the knees into the chest, Noticing how those hip flexors are feeling. Maybe take a rock back and forth. Draw the knees together and into the chest. Finding a happy baby. You can take the hands to the tops of the feet, outer edges, 2-piece fingers around the big toe, whatever works for you. You can hold the ankles here. And then just start to bring the knees to the outer edges of the armpit, pressing the heels to the ceiling as you drive those knees down. You're going to really feel this nice opening here. Taking a nice deep breath. And then maybe cross the ankles. Again, bringing the head up to the knees, giving yourself a hug. And then taking any last little movement that your body may be asking for. And if not, and you're ready for Shavasana, you can extend the legs out long. If the lower back bothers you, you can take the feet to the outer edges of your mat, close the knees. That just helps ground the back down. You can take your legs up the wall if you have a wall nearby. But we'll take this next 4 to 5 minutes here, allowing our bodies to settle, noticing how it feels. Noticing how our bodies feel from when we first came to the mat to where we end here on the mat. Noticing the breath, finding that effortless, easy, balanced, steady breath. And just allowing stillness to settle in. You can come back to your intention, kindness, showing kindness to your body today, to your thoughts. Come back to the breath. Breathing in clarity and calm, exhaling tension. Slowly coming back to the breath here. Maybe taking a nice inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. Wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe rotating ankles and wrists. Maybe giving yourself a full body stretch, lengthening. And then drawing the knees into the chest. And taking a moment to thank yourselves for showing up, for giving yourself this gift of self-care, giving yourself this last, 50 minutes, close to an hour for you. Taking all the energy that you created with you, wrapping it up inside, feeling it move through the body, and allow that to move through you throughout your day, into your evening, whatever time of day it is. And then when you're ready, you can roll to a side, pressing yourselves up. And we'll just seal the practice together here, finding a comfortable seat. Seeing my dog super comfortable in the background here. Taking a moment, maybe placing your hands on the knees, drawing those shoulders down. Spine is lifted and tall. Maybe closing the eyes or have a soft gaze. Once again, thanking yourselves for being here, knowing that you are loved, that you are valued, and that you are enough, just as you are, just as you showed up on your mat. Taking the hands to the heart, maybe crossing hands over the heart or palm center at the heart. Thank you so much for joining me in this flow today. I hope you enjoyed it. It's truly my honor to flow and be on this journey with you, and I look forward to flowing with you again in the future. Thank you so much for being here. If you like the channel, you like the flows, you can feel free to subscribe. It'll let you know when new flows. If you've been on my channel, you know that I do some pranayama work as well as meditations. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, bye-bye.